Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money. Let's take a moment and think about that. In school, we are taught that knowledge is everything, that if you understand finance, economics, numbers, you'll be rich. But in real life, we see a different story. Some of the smartest people are broke, and some average folks, taxi drivers, teachers, small shop owners, end up wealthy. Why? Because money is not just a numbers game, it's a behavior game. It's about patience, humility, long term thinking, avoiding greed, and not panicking when things go down. This idea that your behavior around money matters more than your brilliance is the heartbeat of Morgan Housel's masterpiece, The Psychology of Money. In today's episode, we are going deep into this book. I'll share powerful lessons, real life stories, and practical advice that will change how you think about earning, saving, spending, and most importantly, living with money. So let's start. The core message of this book, Morgan Housel starts with a powerful idea. Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. Think about it. You could have a PhD in economics and still make terrible financial decisions because of your ego, impatience, or greed. And the opposite is true too. You could be an average income earner and become wealthy because you're humble, patient, and consistent. It's not what's in your head, it's what's in your heart and habits. Let's break down some of the most important chapters and what we can learn from these chapters. The key lessons. First, no one is crazy. We all come from different backgrounds. If you grew up during inflation, financial hardship, or war, you'll see money differently than someone who grew up during boom years, rich society, rich family. Morgan says people do crazy things with money, but no one is actually crazy. For example, someone investing heavily in gold or crypto might look irrational to you, but to them, it's the safest bet based on their experiences. Stop judging others' financial decisions. Focus on your own story. Because you gotta listen to someone who is something. They've got money, they know what to do with money. Before you judge them, before you give your opinions, your suggestions, they have already earned enough. That means they have earned more than you. So you gotta stop giving advice to them. You gotta do it for yourself. Two, luck and risk. Bill Gates went to one of the only schools in the USA with a computer. That's luck. His friend Kent Evans, equally smart, died in a climbing accident. That's risk. Morgan's message: be careful about copying others. What worked for them might not work for you. Respect the role of luck in success and risk in failure. Be humble. Never enough. Know your limit. The story of Raja Gupta, a man who had everything but still wanted more and ended up in jail. This story teaches us something deep. Morgan says, there is no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Greed is the enemy of peace. Let's take one easy example. When your salary is $300, your expenses end up with $300. But once your salary gets into $500, still that $500 is enough for your expenses. Now, what we do is we manage our expenses according to our earning. That means we have poor mindset. So you have to know your enough. You have to know your limit. It will protect your happiness. Next comes compounding. Warren Buffett's secret isn't just smart investing, it's time. He started investing at the age of 10. By the time he was 30 years old, he was already wealthy. But 90% of his wealth came after he turned 50 years. Why? It is compounding. Start early, be patient, let time be your ally. Next point is getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. You have to know the difference between two terms. The first one is earning money, the second one is managing money. Earning money is the easiest part, but managing money requires knowledge. Getting wealthy requires risk, boldness, maybe even luck. But staying wealthy requires humility, fragility, and fear. Think about that. Saving money is more powerful than making money. If you want long term success, we just talked about it. Don't just focus on growing fast, focus on staying safe. My definition for money is that money is freedom. The ultimate goal of money, according to Housel, it's freedom. The ability to wake up and say, I will do whatever I want today. You don't need millions, you just need low expenses, multiple income streams, and control over your time. Measure wealth in freedom, not figures and numbers. You're not alone. Behavior shapes markets. People panic, people get greedy, people follow trends, and market reflect human behavior, not logic. So be careful of the herd mentality. Your psychology will protect or destroy your financial future. Your psychology is the most important thing in getting wealthy. You better build psychology before money. So stay grounded. Don't let others' behavior control yours. If somebody is following the trend and you invest in that too, it might be late for you. Stay back. Think logically about it. If 1 million people are involved in one business, so you are the 101 million. So the competition is very hard there and it's very strong. You better have more knowledge than 100 people to get your investment result. Be wise about it. So I have got a quick action plan. 3 things you can do, and I was inspired by the psychology of money. First, define your enough. Means define your limit. Write down what you truly need for a good life. Anything beyond that is a bonus. For example, you have 2 pairs of shoes, right? You got 2 pairs of shoes, and then as you get your salary, you suddenly want another pair of shoes. Now, you have to know your needs. The need is when you don't have any shoes. When none of those pairs are there, then that becomes need. When you already have shoes, you don't need to buy more, right? So there we make mistake. When we have got money in our pocket, we try to make a plan for that money, how to spend it, where to spend it. Instead, if we focus on the second point I'm trying to say is saving and investment. Automate them. Use your behavior to your advantage. Set it and forget it. If your salary is $400, imagine the $200 is not there. So what you going to do with those $200? Either save it or invest it. But the best thing to do is investing because you have to keep your money in flow. Don't stop it. Let's say if right now you need $100, right now you need it, it's compulsory. You need to do something very important. Let's say you got a patient, you got to pay for him or for whatever the case is. You just need it badly, $100, and you don't get it, and the patient may die. And then tomorrow somebody gives you $100. Does that $100 make a difference now? Is it important? Of course not. In the same way, if you think, if I keep this money somewhere, save it, it has no use. It's like keeping a book and not reading it, not using it. You got to keep your money in flow. Invest somewhere, but invest smartly. Invest and forget. Let your money make money for you. And that is creating safety. Since I started investing, I'm feeling more comfortable, more relaxed, more in peace. I'm almost 40% stress free. The third thing you can do, read more stories, not spreadsheets. Don't read statistics. Don't read numbers of rich people. Don't read the Forbes numbers of millionaires, billionaires. Learn from their experience, not their data. Because real money, real lessons are human, not maths. Whatever you learn in school and university doesn't apply to life. You have to listen to real people, learn from their experiences. I can't remember I have used any of my school lessons in real life. All I have got is from my experience and from others. What's the big idea? The big idea is that money is not just math. It's emotions, memories, habits, trauma, dreams, and relationships. Morgan Housel's book shows us that wealth is not about being rich, it's about being calm, independent, and in control of your future. You don't need to be a genius to master money. You just need to be wise with your behavior. Thanks for listening. If this episode helped you shift your mindset about money, share it with a friend. And remember, wealth begins not in your bank account, but in your mindset. Until next time, stay strong, stay smart, and stay free. And remember, money is a concept created over the human's behavior. So don't let money control you. Control the money. Peace and love.